Um, I don't want to talk about Yuri just yet, but man, Yuri, alright, yeah, not yet. So UFC 327 just happened. Really good card. Kelvin Gastelum, Vicente Luque fought. Luque moving up to middleweight. Kelvin was doing good until Luque caught him with the right uppercut. And then he dropped Kelvin, and then he went down on the ground with him, and he got him with the Darce choke, and Luque won. I was pretty happy about that. And then what else? It was Kevin Holland, and then Gamrot, and then what was the other one? What was the other prelude? I know there was a women's fight. I know there was. Really don't know. I think I might. Let me just let me just see real quick. Okay, there, and then oh yeah, Pico and Pitbull. Yeah. So Kelvin lost. Luque won. And then after that, Gamrot was actually doing pretty good against Esteban Ripovic. Got him with the Darce choke. And then, yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't the Darce choke, it was the arm triangle. Yeah, Gamrot got him with the arm triangle. And then it was pretty tight. And then the ref thought he was out, but then he wasn't, but then he tapped later. So yeah, that was a good win by Gamrot. I wanted Ripovic to win, but it's alright. Kevin Holland and Randy Brown, it was a pretty good fight. Really entertaining. Kevin Holland almost submitted him in the second round. And then he won all the rounds, 30-27. It was a pretty good fight. And then Patricio Pitbull and Aaron Pico. That was a... Pico improved. He knew not to get too reckless. And then, yeah, he won. He was knocking down and piecing up Pitbull, and yeah, I was pretty happy about that. And then Cub Swanson's retirement fight against Nate the Train Landwehr. Landwehr did not have any answers. And yeah, Cub got a beautiful knockout. He kept on dropping him. And then Nate was trying to wrestle with the ref because he was so out. And he got a beautiful retirement in front of his kids and wife. And he got a good retirement video for him at the end. So yeah, that was nice to watch. Dominic Reyes and Johnny Walker. Okay, I wasn't the most exciting fight, but I feel like it wasn't too boring, like as they made it out to be. They were landing strikes, so it wasn't on the level of Rose and Carla too, but it wasn't the best. But yeah, I went to split decision and Reyes won. I was celebrating really hard, and I'm pretty happy. Josh Hockett versus Curtis Blaze. That was insane. Hockett, whatever. If he lost that, it would have been so embarrassing. But he went out guns blazing in the first round, second round, and third round. But especially in the first, he was so fast. He cut up Curtis really badly, and there was blood everywhere. He almost knocked him out in the first round. And even all the rounds, but it was closer in the first round. But yeah, Curtis was firing back too. He was wobbling. Hockett too. It was just a war fight of the decade, probably. Just insane. Kind of glad Josh won, but I was kind of hoping for Curtis to win too. But I like them both now. It was a war. And then Paulo Costa and Azamat Mrzakano. Paulo moving back up to light heavyweight after his last one was against like Marvin Vettori because he missed weight and he lost that. But yeah, Paulo and Mrzakano, that was a really good fight. Yeah, Paulo looked really big against him. He was landing good leg kicks and body kicks. And Azamat was doing pretty decent, but Paulo dropped him in the first round and he won. And then the second round was pretty close, but I think Azamat won. And then in the third round, Paulo came out like more aggressive, and he actually got him with the head kick and it stunned Mirzakhanov, and he was still wobbly on his legs for a little bit, and then he eventually fell down, and then it was just too much, and then the ref stopped it, and Paulo beat the undefeated Nurmagomedov. It was insane. Yeah. Paulo Costa is gonna do pretty good on the heavyweight. He's gonna be in the top 6 already, beating an undefeated guy who's really good. But yeah, that's impressive. There goes Jiri, man, just like in real life. But yeah, I don't want to talk about it much. Jiri was doing really good. Ulberg messed up his, I think it was his right leg, his back right leg, because he was an Orthodox. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he blew out his knee. Yuri kept on kicking his front leg, his front left leg, and he fell a couple times. And all Yuri had to do was kick him a couple more times. It would have been over, and Yuri would have been the champ by leg kick TKO. But Ulberg caught him with the left hook when he was coming in. Yuri said in the post-fight interview that he kind of felt bad because he knew the fight was over. He felt sorry. He wanted to give him a chance. He wanted to give him mercy. I mean, it sounds stupid, but like, I mean, I believe him. He's Yuri. Because he knew the fight was over. Yuri said himself he had the fight, but his antics, his bad defense, it's what costed him. And Ulberg followed up with good shots when he knocked down Yuri with the left hook, and it just ended the fight. That's insane. Ulberg is really good. I cannot get mad at him about that. That's insane championship stuff, but I'm so sad for Yuri. But there you go. There's my recap of UFC 327.